What's up, WMS? It's your boy Milano.
And I'm Nolan. You're watching Bulldog News.
Today is Wednesday, May 26th. Let's check out a cool video of drone shots made by Alex.
Thanks, Alex. Great shots and good editing.
Here's an informational video about Oli cheer tryouts.
Good to see you. Come on in, let's go. Yeah! Let's go! Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
So we put our hands up.
Now let's watch an interview with Sarah and Mr. Revelo.
Okay, the middle school I went to, might sound really strange to you. You might not even know about it, but I went to a middle school called Washington Middle School in Olympia, Washington. I not remember, but 2006 to 2009, I think. That sounds right. I spent most of my years here in Olympia, Washington. So a lot of things have stayed very much the same. But I grew up in the Ashwood Down apartments. So that apartment life, a lot of us were running around. My cousins lived in the same apartment as I did. So we were always just going back and forth. There was like in between our apartments and the next door apartments, which we would call like the brown apartments, and we had the white apartments, was this little forest, and we'd all kind of meet in the middle and build forts and do reckless things in there, and our parents would come and tell us to go home. So it was always really fun to have so many like kids around to be able to hang out, especially with my cousins. So that was always a good time. What did I do for fun? I played sports. So I played soccer here and basketball and definitely played ping pong at lunch. I may have won a few tournaments when we used to have them. Just gonna drop that in there. We also at school, we did a lot of just like kind of, I don't know, very middle school things, girls talking to boys and us all messing around. We used to play a game called Zap. I don't know if you all ever played that, but the idea was that someone would write on your hand and they would write like zap and then a time, and on the other side of your hand, they would write like someone who likes you. And so then you couldn't look at it until that time. It was just a weird game, but we played that very often. I tried not to because my mom hated when we wrote on our hands. But that was the game of the age, I guess. My top favorite TV shows were things like Lizzie McGuire.
If you believe we've got a picture.
Let's see, The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, I'm pretty sure had come out.
Come along with me.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Well, you know everything's gonna be a breeze. At the end will no doubt justify the means. Can fix any problem with the slightest ease. Yes, please.
That was kind of the first show that we watched that kind of looked like me and my family. So me and my brother and sister, we were really into that show. My favorite movie, so that was like prime Amanda Bynes time, which was really important because when I was younger in elementary school, Amanda Bynes had a show on Nickelodeon, and then she like disappeared, and then she came back to do things like She's the Man.
Ta-da! Sorry, Mom. I have a strict no ruffles policy. All I want to do is play soccer. School cut our team. Wait, what? We want to try out for the boys' team.
Girls aren't as fast as boys. Or as athletic.
It's a scientific fact.
So I was really into that. All our friends were, and we thought that was super cool. Well, there was like Fergie, like Fergalicious, that song had just come out. That was a bop. Taylor Swift had an album in there. That was pretty great. No one admitted that they liked Taylor Swift at that time, but we were all Swifties in our hearts.
She wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers.
Fashion trends. So we wore a lot of tank tops on top of other tank tops, and like then more tank tops, and then like this weird like V-neck sweater type thing where you could see all of the tank tops. I don't really know what that was about. It must have been like really cold. I don't know. We also Crocs, which I know Crocs are kind of like people are wearing Crocs, but when we wore Crocs, they had like the kiosk at the mall and they were like all the neon colors. So like I had these bright pink ones, and we all would buy the little like things that go in the Croc little hole, like all those characters. So we had those all over our Crocs. Ugg boots, those had just come out. Hollister had just hit the mall, and that was a very big deal. And like one of my best friends, the night that it opened, her mom took her and she got a whole like sweatshirt type of thing. When she came back the next day, we were all like, no way, Hollister? And she was like, yeah, I went last night. And we were like, oh. So that was a really big deal. The biggest difference, I would say social media and like the access that you all have to the world, especially kind of like that pop culture social media piece. We did not have that at all. We had phones, very many different kinds of flip phones and phones that like slid up and down, but we did not have as much access to the internet as all of you, and I think that's a major difference. My own popularity, I guess. No. Something that was popular then. Let's see. I would say AIM. AIM was super popular. So most of us used AOL for the internet. So like it would like do its little beep 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 beep. And then it would get started up. And AIM was kind of our instant messaging, especially when we didn't have phones. So we'd all run home and be like, okay, I'm going to be on AIM at 4:00. And you had to get on at the same time. And the way the internet works, someone couldn't get on the phone. So it was very planned. And we'd all get on there and we would just chat, and you could like change your font. And that's when there were some little emojis, but not as many as we have now. And we all had like funny names. Like mine was Roxy for Cali Girls. Don't really know why. I was born in California. I was a fan of Roxy, so maybe that's how I combined those things. But AIM was a really big deal. Okay. Well, if I'm stranded in a desert, I can get a really nice tan, which I'm all about. But honestly, I think I would be rather stranded in the Arctic because I'm thinking about the animals. And I will, there's like the beluga whale, I think, that lives in the Arctic. Maybe a polar bear, which I don't want to come too close to, but it'd be pretty cool. Desert, I'm thinking like lizards or like scorpions, and I don't really want any of that. And maybe, if I'm in the Arctic, I could eat some ice and I could stay hydrated. I don't really know. I just think water's important and the Arctic has more of it. I don't know.
Thanks, Mrs. Alvarero. You'll never lose popularity with us.
Here's a cool video filmed and edited by Brad using a mobile app.
Thanks, Brad. I think I heard Mr. Coiner say it was gnarly while watching it.
Next, let's get a report from our foreign Nikosi down in Belize. Nikosi?
Hi, I'm Nkosi, and in this video, I'll be showing you some places around here in Hopkins, Belize. So, hope you guys enjoy them. Okay, this is just me and my mom going around the village, looking at all the sights and stuff. There's a park over here, and yeah, many people here like playing soccer at the park because it's kind of open field and stuff. And then as you can see a school in the background, and a bus stop. But right next to the bus stop, there's like a library, as you can see coming up. The one I had in the other video. There across the library, you can see that there's a beach coming up right there. And yeah. On the right side, you can see we're coming up on a pretty good restaurant that has some pretty good seafood. This is one of our local veggie stands that we always go to get fruits and veggies anytime we need them. And yeah, they have a wide variety of different fruits and veggies that we like to eat. So we always go here. This is what a bus looks like here in Hopkins. And boys, they look kind of rectangle-like. But yeah, there's this portrait here, and it says, "Welcome to Hopkins" in Garifuna, which is a language that most people speak here. And we also speak Creole English. Okay, behind me here is the basketball court. This is a local basketball court around here in the village, and yeah, people are using it right now. That's what it looks like when people are watching and using it. And over there's the store. Yeah, over there's what the store looks like, and the road, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great Wednesday.
Thanks, Nikosi, for sharing some interesting places around Hopkins.
Next, let's watch an interesting book trailer by Miles.
Everyone except for the young. Teens, middle schoolers, toddlers, but not a single adult. No teachers, no cops, no doctors, no parents. Gone too are the phones, internet, and television. There is no way to get help. Hunger threatens, bullies rule, a sinister creature lurks. Animals are mutating, and the teens themselves are changing, developing new talents, unimaginable, dangerous, deadly powers that grow stronger by the day. It's a terrifying new world. Sides are being chosen, and war is imminent. Will the community of children be able to sustain order, or will all madness break loose? Find out for yourself in Gone by Michael Grant.
Thanks, Miles. Very mysterious. And I heard it's a great read.
Let's see who Grace is reading with now.
Welcome to Reading with Grace, where I will suggest some books and you might want to check them out. So let's go! Hi, my name is Grace, and today I have a special guest, and his name is Kylan Buck. So what book do you have today?
Los alimentos.
What does that mean?
Food.
What is your favorite
Spanish?
What do you like about the book?
Well, there's two. There's two on this page. There's two words. Quinoa.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Grace and Kylan. That was great.
Now let's hear about an important event in the 21st century.
Early in the morning on August 29, 2005, Hurricane Katrina struck the Gulf Coast of the United States. It had a Category 5 rating and it brought sustained winds of 140 to 170 miles per hour and stretched 400 miles across. Hundreds of thousands of people in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, and on the Gulf Coast region were displaced from their homes, and experts estimate that Katrina caused more than $100 billion in damage. Many people acted heroically in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. The Coast Guard rescued some 34,000 people in New Orleans alone. Hurricane Katrina killed nearly 2,000 people and affected some 90,000 square miles of the United States. According to the Data Center, an independent research organization in New Orleans, the storm ultimately displaced more than 1 million people in the Gulf Coast region. Hurricane Katrina affected New Orleans especially. When it struck New Orleans early in the morning on Monday, August 29th, it had already been raining heavily for hours. When the storm surged as high as 9 meters in some places arrived, it overwhelmed many of the city's unstable levees and drainage canals. Water spread through the soil underneath some levees and swept others away altogether. Katrina pummeled huge parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, but the desperation was most concerned in New Orleans. 30% of its people live in poverty. Katrina worsened these conditions and left many New Orleans poor citizens even more vulnerable than they had been before the storm.
Thanks, Faith. A really great video about a really horrible natural disaster.
Let's see a quick commercial for our local store.
Are you ready to relax and watch your favorite show? Well, get the Comfort Master 2000. It is the most ultimate couch you'll ever find. Don't think we haven't thought about the children. This couch has the best springs out of anything you've ever seen. It can handle all the jumping they can handle. And don't worry, it's great for your pets too. And if you order now, we'll send you these 2 pillows and this dog bed for completely no extra cost. I think the fun stops here. If you buy now, we'll give you not 10, not 20, but 30% off your purchase. So come on down to the Furniture Farm for all your couch needs and more.
Thanks, Huckleberry. I'm shopping here.
Let's see where Hayden is and hear all about this week's weather. Hayden?
What up, WMS? It's Hayden, and welcome back to Where in the World is Hayden P. Thank you to all who responded to my Google form. Most of you were correct that I was in the Great Wall of China in New York City. Here are the names. So, get ready for this week's weather. Today's going to be great with a high of 66, but tomorrow, not so great with rain and a high of 57. But on Friday, it will go back to being warm with a high of 64. And it will get warmer and warmer and warmer until it is super hot with a high of 84 on Tuesday. No arms at this time. Respond to my Google form on the website. Students who are correct will have their names announced next week. Here's a reminder how to get to the form.
From Kiev to Carolina, she's a sticky-fingered filcher from Berlin down to Belize. Take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Tell me where in the world.
And out back to the studio.
Here's this week's birthdays.
I looked up. Oh, it's another year gone by. Oh, it must be time to celebrate again. And it's true when I tell you it's your day today. And it's true when I tell you it's your day today. It's your beautiful birthday, your beautiful birthday, your beautiful. It's your beautiful birthday, your beautiful birthday, your beautiful. It's your beautiful birthday, your beautiful birthday, your beautiful. It's your beautiful birthday, your beautiful birthday. Oh, it's your day. No one can
Remember, Bulldogs, be kind,
Be safe.
wear a mask, make good choices.